I have sketched for more than 500 days, and this is how it all went, man. If you ask me roughly 529 days ago how I'm feeling and what would it be become, like, I have really no idea. I just had this on a whim, and I've spoken about this for every single video that I made in terms of my status with sketching. But to get it to speed, like, imagine, like, I started this when I didn't have a job. Then I got into that call center job. I stayed there for 7 to 8 months. Then I resigned from that job. I became jobless. Then I got into a scholarship, got back to masters, and now I'm in my last term for courseworks. That's how insane this entire journey is, and it really tells a story where you at and where you've been. Even with the videos, that's why I love recording them, is because you can see the difference. Now I have hair color. It's my hair is short again, so I grew my hair from a few months since I started the sketching journey, and then I just had it cut close to the 500-day sketch. So it's kind of insane to think about that and how it all came about. And it's just insane that I was able to do this every single freaking day, no matter what I'm feeling, no matter what the hell is going on with my life. I never really stopped. And I even expanded my sketching not only with my sketchbook, but also some sketches that I do during my classes. Like, I have three of these now, which I like doing, which I collate all of them here. These are actually my friends and some people on TikTok that followed me. So it's just something that became so much more than what was originally intended. I started this journey not knowing how to draw correctly, then learning step at a time, not really forcing myself to be what a good artist or a guy who draws should be. I didn't study anatomy as hard as most people do. I preferred learning by doing, making mistakes, and then learning from it over and over, trying different styles, just embracing the mistakes that I've made and going with it in order for me to create something, so that when I actually try a different kind of art style that's becoming home to me, I am not really afraid to do it. So that's why I decided to really just focus myself in trying to draw more things that I wasn't able to do for the past 365 days, and just go with it. Whether it's good or bad or indifferent, I don't care. Then what matters is that I get to do what I do best for that day. And your best in some days are not better than the others, but you know, there are some days that is way too better than the others that you could be happy or proud to look into. So yeah, let's just jump right into these sketches, man. Look how many there are. Start things off, my 365th sketch was from Paprika, which I think was apropos for the idea that I was trying to work on during that time, but wasn't really fully able to dive into. So I thought that beginning again means drawing begin again from begin again. So it wasn't really that good, to be honest. This is Mark Ruffalo and Keira Knightley from the film Begin Again, and I really love the film. I couldn't do justice with how small the details are, which took me a while to realize that it's really that difficult when you're trying to draw small, especially with my hands and the pencils that I was using at that time. I should have made or chosen a bigger image to draw instead of something this small. So I had to work on that. So similarly, this one in particular, this is from Sing Street, which is one of my favorite films of all time. The problems that I had from Begin Again is not noticeable here, but I could have made this so much better with the sketching. Oh, sorry, with the shading in a sense, which is actually one of the struggles that I've had because of the paper that I'm using and the pencils that I've been using. And so that I've been really thinking of what techniques that I should use in order to maximize that, which will be evident in the other sketches. But I like this one. I like this one. This is from Flora and Sun. It didn't look well. I think I should have chosen a much better like reference image or a specific part of the film, but it's not that bad, but it ain't that good also. As you can see here, there's still problems with me doing the hair properly, and this was a little bit of a rush. I tried doing something different with the shading, but it just didn't work. Well, this one I actually like it because there's a specific style in this one. This is actually from Scott Pilgrim versus the World. It may not be not that noticeable, especially with Mary Weinstein's face here compared to Michael Cera. There's something animated in the vibe that I was going into. I somewhat made their faces, um, you know, a little small, but I like the vibe of this drawing. There's not other than that, I really like it. This one is from Coda. I didn't do well on this one. I was really struggling to think like what picture will I draw from the film. And I was really exhausted during that time that I watched it. And since the film was heavy on sign language, I really had to watch the film. So it wasn't me just drawing uh, closely to it. I was really carefully watching the film. So I was really out of it when I was drawing this. So it's not that good. I admit that, especially with the nose here. I'm so sorry. This one, I really like this one. This is actually the first thing that actually helped me get more confidence with my sketches because I finally decided to start posting my sketches in Instagram also, in Reels, in Facebook, and my very first post was Coco, if I'm not mistaken, and it got a lot of likes, and that was my first time getting 100 likes for a drawing, which is weird because I've been doing this for again more than 365 days at this point. But getting that, it's not that I chased to get that, but getting that was a good fuel or motivation, especially with how I really loved the film and this drawing in particular. I think I did good here for this one. This one is from Seoul. The drawing is also okay, passable, but unlike Coco, that one really has something in it. This one's simple, but I also love the film, so yeah, it's passable. I still have problems with drawing cats, it's obvious in here, but I did try. I'm sorry. This one is from Green Room, and I actually like this one because this is where I'm starting to experiment how to do the shading part, especially for dark features, and with the faces too. So I saw these TikToks and posts online wherein instead of shading them like squiggles or I'm sorry, cross hatching, hatching, whatever. They just do lines. So I started practicing that. But here I have cross hatching here, I have lines here. So I tried to mix all of the shading techniques that I knew and learned so far in order to somewhat see how it will go to. This is supposed to be Imogen Poots, but it doesn't look like her, but it doesn't look bad. It looks like a different character in general, but I really love this. It shows the grittiness of the film, so I'm okay with it. Now this one is a cop out because I was exhausted at that time. I decided to watch Jose the Tiger and the Fish. So this is one of my best drawings of them. I really like this one, but again, it's a cop out because I have watched that film way too much, and there will be another Jose drawing here. Now this one I actually like also. I did have problems with the mouths. I admit that this is supposed to be Eminem, and this is supposed to be Brittany Murphy from 8 Mile. I did good with the middle finger here. Same one with this. I really like this one, but I could have done better with the eyes here for Eminem and the mouth. Here for Brittany with the mouth and the nose, I could have fixed that, but for that time that I had for less than an hour just working on this, I really enjoyed it. This one too. This is supposed to be Michael B. Jordan from Creed, from the first one. I was struggling to really figure out the shading, especially with the muscles, the abs, and all that. But then I figured it was much harder, especially with the angle like this, how to do the shading on his nose, which was the problem in this one. So I decided to work on that too. And then this one in particular, I decided to choose an angle wherein I wouldn't have the same problem for the meantime to work on the details instead of the facial features. So this one looks more animated or comical compared to the um, portrait version that I have here. And so for the third one, this one I tried my best, but I could have gone better. The figure here, I can obviously say that the structure of the body or the outline is okay because I actually did an outline for my godchild who wanted to paint like what do you call that, a silhouette of Michael B. Jordan from Creed. So I decided to do that for him. So when I did this, I already knew how to draw the outline of it and put on details, and I enjoyed doing that here. But the dilemma was again with how small the spaces are in here that they're not that really straight. But this is from Creed 3, and I'm okay with this drawing. This one I could have done better, but this is much better than my first time drawing them before. This is Ethan Hawke and Julie Delphi from Before Sunrise. The figure is much better, but again, the facial features do not really necessarily look like them. But figure alone, it looks better compared to my other drawings. Similarly, this is from Before Sunset. I'm improving with the features of no the outline of the body. I even decided to put a background in here. But the dilemma with this one is that again the faces are a little small that I was struggling to really figure it out. It's something that I'm really working on still and studying. The next one is this is from Before Midnight, which I have managed to somewhat work on making the facial features bigger, but again inconsistencies, especially with teeth. That's one of my problems still, because I figured that you cannot draw teeth, you have to shadow for teeth. So it's something that I had to work on here, but I'm okay with this one so far. And this one I actually like this. It may not look exactly like them, but this is Matt Damon and Robin Williams from Good Will Hunting. I'm getting it's not that I'm pleasing myself, but I do have the um, skills trained enough to do the body, the clothes, sometimes even the hands and the fingers. But with the facial features, it's still a work in progress. But with these mistakes that I do get to have, I get to learn different styles to work around them. Because again, I don't really use erasers that much. Like this one right here, this is from past lives, wherein the entire body is okay, but the facial features are not that good, which I can admittedly say because it is again way too small. Because I was just really obsessed with this scene from past life, from that poster, that I really wanted to draw it, but didn't realize how difficult it would be for me to really draw the eyes and the nose and so on. But I tried my best here. Now I think this one is really good. I think this is Anne Hathaway from Love and Other Drugs. I really love this sketch so much because I managed to draw the teeth here well enough that it is noticeable without it being questionable, you know. And I really like this drawing because Anne Hathaway is a fine young woman. And this one, I like this one, this idea again. It's gritty, it's uneven, but it gets the vibe for heat. It's one of my favorite drawings too. It's, this is difficult for me because again, drawing two different characters in a small page like this, I really have to make sure that when I draw the features of them, that it would make sense. So we have Al Pacino and Robert De Niro here. It's one of my favorite sketches and one of my favorite films from last year. And similarly, this one is a little bit of a cop out, but this is actually where my style is really coming out. One of my favorite styles of sketching is just allowing the pen or the pencil just go through it. This is one of my favorite films of all time, which is About Time, where I decided to get some parts of the film of different stages of them when he was young with his father and as he gets older, and then just that particular scene just to where it all just went down. It's one of my favorite endings of all time. It's really gripping and touching, especially with the relationship I have with my father. So I think this one is beautiful for the minimalistic vibe that it encompasses and the different style that it has compared to the others. Similarly, this one is from Life is Beautiful. I It's not a cap out, but maybe I don't know. I decided not to draw the faces and instead do it like this. Somewhat also embrace the concept that I felt after watching the film. And the basis that I use is also a little bit dark, so it's difficult for me to point out their facial features. So I stuck with this one instead. I really like this film and the drawing also. It's okay. This one is Robert Downey Jr. from Tropic Thunder. I did okay here. I got down to the details here, but then again, with the nose and the eyes, I struggled with that. But well, never go full something, right? So that's 390 days. Let's go to the next sketchbook. And for the next one, the first thing that I have here is Ben Stiller from one of my favorite films now that I'm an uncle. I'm an uncle. This is from The Secret Life of Walter Mitty. This is an okay drawing. I decided to have a different style in here because it's difficult for me to, again, draw the small details on the newspaper that he was holding here. And at the same time, with his eyes, had a mistake there. So I just stuck with it and worked around it instead. So I like this one. This one is from The Wind Rises, one of my favorite films of all time. when it's like an animation or animated drawing, most of the time I'm really confident with it, especially with this one since I really love the film that I have no problems with it. I'm okay with this one. This is one of my favorites actually. I really, really love The Wind Rises. To follow that, this is from When Harry met Sally, and this is an okay drawing. I could have done better with the nose here in particular, but other than that, it's okay. Nothing else to say about it though. Yeah, the eyes are okay, but the nose and the lips not so much. And this one, I think this looks like Ricky Baker. You could give me credit for that. I'm kidding. I really love Hunt for the Wilder People, and I was thinking like, who should I draw? Just for a second, and I know the answer already. It's Ricky freaking Baker, man. It looks like him. It looks like Julian, so I'm good with this. He's a badass. This one is an okay drawing from a passable film. I even forgot the title now. Is it He's Just Not Into You? I don't know. I forgot, but our boy Jay Baruchel was the lead actor. And it was an enjoyable film for what it was, but we'll not rewatch it anyway. It's okay. Even the drawing is okay. I made some mistakes with his notes here. I made it small, so it's obvious. It's a shading. Now this one, I like it, but it could have been so much better. This is from 10 Things I Hate About You. I really love that film so much, so I decided to draw her. But I think it's either the nose or the lips that made a difference with this one because even though again my style with sketching or shading here is not yet perfect, the vibe is already there. But I'm not yet that consistent even here, as you can see in this part, which I will try to improve in the next drawings. Now this one is from the following, which I embrace the idea that it is a film that was shot in black and white in a monotonous kind of or a monochromatic kind of vibe. So I didn't really overthink the drawing. Didn't put heavy outlines. So instead, I made everything, shaded and then darkened the parts that would make the character. So I like the vibe that it got, and it's a good film, I think, and a good output. Now, this one, I tried my best to really emphasize Clive Owen's face here. This is from one of my favorite films. I'll say that a lot. This is from Children of Men. And again, I was hesitating to outline some stuff in here that actually made this a little bit inconsistent or incomplete. Especially here, you have some darkened spots here, dark spots here, that it turned the face uneven, but it looks a little bit like Clive thinks the eyes here that could have been better improved, but it's okay for what it was. This one too, I tried my best here. This is from Dead Poet Society. This is supposed to be the ending part where Robin Williams took his final look in the class when some of them stood up from their tables and say, "Oh, Captain, my Captain." It's not that bad, but it's not that good because look at the eyes, man. They're not, straight. I had to work on that. Next, this is from Evil Does Not Exist, my 400 in sketch. And I was exhausted because during that day was around the Japanese Film Festival. So I had to watch two films the entire day in Shangri-La. So when I got home, I just drew using my pen, just following it through. But I'm glad that I got to form an image of her here. But yeah, it's an okay. Again, this is a different art style. I didn't bother making any grids for this one. Now, this one is from Never Let Me Go, which is one of my favorite films when I was young. One of my favorite books too. And there's a particular scene there that they gave out this cassette tape for the song Never Let Me Go, I think. And the picture is Julie Bridgewater, which is a fictional character of this woman. So I drew that, and I think this one is okay. It looks like a person, but it's not necessarily like a portrait of the person, but more like an animated version of it. So I'm okay with this one. Now, this is from Inception. I tried my best here. This is supposed to be Leonardo DiCaprio, and this is supposed to be Ken Watanabe, the older version of him, specifically for that scene. So I had to work on that. I do have, I think, again, the concept of it, but wasn't able to fully, you know, get the portrait of it that I have to improve. My shading still here is inconsistent, but the overall vibe, and you can see some emotions here now, which I think is evident compared to the previous one. So I'm okay with that. Now, this is what I did for my birthday. This is for Synecdoche, New York. So the poster for this film is just fantastic, like a combination of the insanity of it all. And I was thinking how to do it, and I tried, with the grids. But then when I was drawing, I was just like following it, just embracing how insane it could be. So I even forgot the grids, just stuck with trying to draw what I see in the poster, just go with it. And I think this is a really good drawing of the insanity of your dreams and trying to make sense of them. So I'm okay with this one. No problem with it. And now this is now not to get too personal, but there was like an emergency at home, so I had no choice but to figure out what film to watch. It should be short, then what to draw, and I watched Runaway by Kanye West, which is basically a short film for his album My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. So I tried to draw those characters using the words runaway, 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 runaway. And here is My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. If you look into this one, this actually makes the cover photo somehow, the album cover. So I had to work on that. But this is just a way to pass it on. Now this one is really something that I like. This is from Groundhog Day. Um, I tried my best drawing this groundhog, by the way. And with the teeth too, it's kind of okay, but the nose here is a little bit inconsistent. But I'm okay with this one. Now this one I think looks like Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Yeah, it looks like him. Not as as good looking as JGL during his prime era, during those time when he was the leading man, but it looks like him from Don John. So I'm fine with this one. I'm kind of living that life right now, except one part of it. Except one part. Anyway, that's too much. This is one of my favorite films from last year in cinemas. This is One Battle After Another. One of my favorite scenes. Viva la Revolucion. So Benicio del Toro, Leonardo DiCaprio. It's an animated version of them because that scene couldn't be any more animated of how insane that was. So I really love that part of the film. So that's why it's the one that I sketch in here. It looks okay. Now, this is one of my favorites actually from this one is from Love Letter, which is one of the best films that I've ever seen in a really, really long time. One of my favorite films ever. And there was a sketch, which is this one. So I decided to sketch that one too. So I really love this one. I have nothing to say. This is one of my favorite drawings. Who cares if it's not perfect? I love it. Now, this one, uh, I think I watched it. It's a short story, I think. I don't remember where I got this from, but they're hugging. Wait. I think this is from Hello World, I think. Yeah, maybe from Hello World. Yeah, it looks like it. I guess so. Nothing bad here, though. It looks like Hello World. That's it. Oh, this one I like. This is from Ruby Sparks, which is one of the best horror films of all time. And I really love this drawing because I really love when I'm just sketching like the characters instead of faces. It's still me. I really like this kind of vibe, so I really love this drawing a lot. Similarly, here's another one. I enjoy drawing things like this. I know that I should be learning how to sketch like human beings, like their faces, but there's something about drawing something like this that really gives me more peace. Just enjoying it. Like Little Miss Sunshine is a blast. So I really love this drawing too. Now I tried here, and it does look like Amy Adams a little bit. This is from Nocturnal Animals, one of my favorite films too, for a thriller, and it somewhat shows her. It looks like her. I just made a mistake here in her left eye. I'm sorry, but it's okay. Now this one, not so much, but this is Fight Club. We don't really have to talk about it, but you get the idea, right? I'm okay with this drawing, but we cannot talk about it. And this one is from Rain Man. This is supposed to be Tom Cruise. Not my best drawing of him, but again, the outline was okay, but it doesn't look much like him. I could have done better. This is from Liz and the Bluebird, one of the films of all time. I enjoyed watching this film, so it's an okay drawing. Not much. I could have improved them a little bit, but I was really enjoying the film, so I forgot to really focus on this. Now, this is again one of the styles that I was talking about. I was trying to figure out different ways to do shading. And I tried it with this one for Adrian Brody's Detachment. And I think this looked good with the vibe that I was going for. Even with the nose, with the coat. Even though I'm not really a big fan of Adrian Brody, with the way the film went and how it's relatable as a former teacher, I really liked it. That's why this scene in particular is what I chose to draw, and I like this one. This one too. Again, I'm experimenting with the shading, and I think this one looked okay or good. This is Adam Sandler from Punch Drunk Love, another Paul Thomas Anderson classic, and it's actually my second PTA film. That's why it's insane because the first film that I watched from PTA is One Battle After Another. So my expectations for his films were actually a little high, and I really love the poem of a film that this was. I really enjoyed it, and I really liked how this one went. This one, I really like it also. It's gritty, it's different. This is Uncut Gems, Adam Sandler. Look at how different the shading is in here, you know? But the problem was the accessory this time around, which is insane because the face from the tissue, all of it, I really love it. Then there goes the watch. I flopped in this one, but I really love this Adam Sandler drawing, man. Please forgive me. I'm going to watch her film tomorrow, Resurrection, but this is from Millennium Mambo. I was struggling with her nose here. I really did. I tried erasing it, but I just couldn't. But I tried my best. But I really love this film so much, especially her. So I'll do my best better. I'll try to draw you better tomorrow. I'm sorry. This is a cop out because I was exhausted. This is from Late Night with the Devil, and I don't really use color pencils, but for this occasion I had to just embody it. So it's a simple drawing, but this one I really really like. It's difficult with the eyes though, to be honest. But other than that, to actually have one of my former students say that I cooked in this one. This is Rachel McAdams from Mean Girls, one of my favorite sketches too. So I love this one. I really really love this one. This is it looks like Asa Butterfield from Ender's Game. So there's nothing I can say about it. The film is okay. The sketch is okay. The book is way better though. So I'm improving here in terms of shading. With the hair, not so much yet, but we'll get there. I like this drawing too. This is from Cargo. I didn't expect that I'll really, really enjoy the film because I've been somewhat longing to watch it. When I finally got to, it was worth it in the sense that it's not that exceptional, but I really enjoyed Martin Freeman's acting and that scene with the baby. My God, that was really good. Now, I can admit here, again, it's too small, too small. This is supposed to be Simon Pegg and Nick Frost from Shaun of the Dead. But the vibe here, except for the actual facial features, are actually okay. So we'll work on that. Similar here, I'm improving with Simon Pegg's face here because it's much bigger. While for Nick Frost, I was still working on it. But yeah, this is from Hot Fuzz. And then the last one, of course, is from the Cornetto trilogy. I decided to draw them again. Now, this one, I think, compared to the others, the facial features are much better, but it looks a little bit animated. And I'll stay with that. I really love the trilogy, but if you ask me, I think my best work may be this one, followed by this, and then Shaun of the Dead. Anyway, after that, another cop out. This is from a 1 hour film, I think, that was narrated by Tilda Swinton. I'm not mistaken. I forgot the title already. It's about Earth, like in the future, or something like that. It's just really like a lot of scenes and good score. I'll try to rewatch that when I'm high, probably, but I don't do drugs, so I probably never would watch it. I'm sorry, but it was really meditative. Now this one again is from Love Letter. I got to watch it in the cinemas twice, and this is again one of my favorite drawings. I tried different styles here with the shading, and I really like how it went out. This is one of my favorite drawings too, from this stretch. This one is from the last Seven Samurai. My God, that film was a blast. That was the first time that I ever had like a bathroom break for a film, and I really enjoyed drawing this. Could have gone better, but I took the last showing for screening for that film, so I got home late to draw this. Now this one is Ami from 18 by 2 Beyond Beautiful Days. I'm thinking of rewatching the film because I've been seeing it a lot lately in my feed. It's one of my favorite films. I could have done better with the drawing, to be honest, but we'll get there. Now, this one is from Blues Brothers, and I really like this one. I actually have the CD here right next to me, so this is the basis. So it's a different vibe. It's an animated version again. Oh wait, the light is not lighting. Yeah, this is one of my dad's favorite films. So I decided to finally watch it as an adult, and I get it now. It's an unk movie of all time, so I really enjoyed it. Now this is from Coherence. I minimized the shading with the face just to get the certain image of it, and it does look like her, so I'm okay with that. Coherence is really, really good. I really like that film. For an independent film about alternate realities, it really did its job. Nah, it's not that good. I can admit that because she looks way more beautiful than this. This is from teasing Master Takagi-san. Again, everything else, eh, bruh. Excuse me. Now next, again, this is a combination because I was running out of paper, and this is from Another Earth, and I was sleepy, so I had to draw it like this. So this is the one of those rare cases where I have to put two sketches in one page. So this is from Another Earth, blah blah blah. This is from forgot the title of this film, but I watched it in cinemas in Mega Mall. It's an independent film from an Asian country. I forgot which one, but I think this one looks like a human being, so I'm fine with that. I'm sorry I forgot the title of the film. Similar with this, I think the title has a hummingbird in it. It's not House of a Hummingbird or something, but I enjoyed the film, but I didn't do well with the sketching here. Sorry, with the shading, with the eyes. That's one of my problems when the person is doing a side eye or a side view, whatever. I struggle with that, so I had to work on it next time. But this one I really, really like. This is from EE or Yi. It's not Yi, it's Chinese or it's Mandarin, so it's EE. So I have here one of my favorite scenes of all time, one of the best endings too. So I had to some work around it, and I really love this sketch also. One of my favorites. This is from Ex Machina. I think I did okay, but it's kind of difficult for me, especially in this part because it's colorful. So I had to work around with the wires and your supposed brain. So this is an okay drawing. Similar with this is supposed to be Natalie Portman from Annihilation, but uh, I can pinpoint the mistakes here. But I don't dwell on it anymore. I accepted that there are some days that I just don't work out. You could really notice here the inconsistencies that, takes place. Especially with this one. This is Greg from Diary of a Wimpy Kid. I should have made him smile here, I think. Because I had the idea, I had the concept, I had the. It's just a failure in execution. But this is one of my best works, I think. This looks like Roderick. Yeah, this is from Roderick Rules. Roderick Rules, man. So this one rules. I love this drawing a lot. Similarly, this is one of my best patentless drawing of all time. It took me that long to draw her correctly, and it's not even like really really good. It's okay, but it looks like her when she was in Diary of a Wimpy Kid Dog Days, because that's when I got a crush on her when I was a kid. Now this one, I tried, I experimented on this one, but this is from No Other Choice. It looks like him, but again, I have no other choice but to work around it. Like, look at the mouth, look at the lips. It's inconsistent, but the film is a badass, man. This one is also okay, but again, there's some inconsistencies here, but it really shows similarities with the actress from Drawing Closer, which is one of my favorite films from last year too that I watched. It's an okay drawing. This one is a cheat code because it's just the eyes. It's a little bit big. I really cheated on this one because I really wanted to draw something easily because it was, if I'm not mistaken, we didn't have any light that day. So we had no electricity. This is from 20th Century Girl. Just an okay drawing. This one is Back to the Future. Look at that monstrous shading, man. I have no excuses. I failed here. But the idea is there. Sorry, Marty. Doc Ock. Now this has too much shading, and this one lacked shading, which it could have used. But I have the idea here for Dr. Emmett Brown, but could have done better, especially with this one. Now I made him way much younger in this one. I'm so sorry, but again, with the idea, with the outline, the shading, it's getting there. It's getting more confident, but could have done better. This is from Bonjour Tristesse. It's an okay drawing from an okay film. Again, the figure it's okay, but again, since the facial features a little small, I struggle with that now. Please, apologies to Ian. I was exhausted. There's something bad that's going on when I'm attending a concert. I struggle to draw the characters or the people correctly because I was too hungover from the concert. So I honestly could have done better here. I should have stuck with this one. Yeah, but I'm sorry, Ian. I love you. Now this one again is our boy Joseph Gordon-Levitt, but this time this is from 50/50. I could have worked better on this one, but this in particular I'm okay with, even with the eyes. But then this happened. I had to work on this. You can really notice the mistakes here, but overall, there are a lot of parts here, especially with the hand, the fingers. It's really improving. Good job, Elray. This one, I'm so sorry, Emily Blunt. You're way too beautiful for this. This is one of those rare occasions where you can see I tried erasing way too many times, but I couldn't salvage this drawing. I'm sorry. I was at the edge of tomorrow that day. Now, this is from American Psycho. It lacked more outline or I guess features, but the idea is there. This is Christian Bale, so I tried, man. I tried. This one I think is okay. This is from Clueless. It's weird it took me years to watch Clueless, but I enjoyed the film, and I actually like this drawing a lot. Uh, may lack a little bit shading, but it's there. Maybe I'm a little clueless. Now, this one I had problems with too, because this is supposed to be Tom Cruise in Collateral, but I didn't really know where to shade. That's why it's everywhere, which could have been much better. But I'm sorry, TC, could have done better. But now, my boy, this is Denzel Washington. I from Training Day. I think this one is much better than I have expected. It does look like Denzel, so I'm fine with that. It's not perfect, but it looks like Denzel, the OG. So I'm good with this one. Even this. What's in the box, bro? This is Brad Pitt from Seven. Again, look at look at the monstrosity of a style, but I really love this one too. Really, really love this one. Now, this one is not necessarily a cap out because I watched Little Amelie, or I think it's about her name is Rain, basically Ame, something like that. But this one I really, really like. They even digitalized this one, so it's an animated film. So this one is okay. Now this one I'm okay with, and I really like this one too. It's Summer's Camera, which is an indie film from South Korea. We even met the director during the screening, which is really really cool. And I like this drawing too. I was a little inconsistent at first, but I was really learning how to draw fingers in here, especially with these weird positions when you're holding a camera. So I really like how this one went. This one is from Summer's Camera to Summer's Ghost. This is simple drawing, but yeah, it's difficult to comment on animated drawings this time. I'm sorry, but it's okay. I tried my best here. This is from Linda, Three Lindas, and I really really love that film. I was really meant to watch that film, and I think it was really really peaceful, enjoyable, and a, s- just a fragment of life that you really miss. And I really like how this one went. I did better here compared to my previous drawing of her, so I'm okay with it. Now here, I could have improved with the eyes and the shading, but this is TC again, but for War of the Worlds, not the Ice Cube one. I have the idea. Less shading, could have used more. This one, it really looks like her for me. That's my personal opinion. This is from Me, Earl, and the Dying Girl. I really loved that film when I was younger, and I still love it now that I'm older. And I got to appreciate the vibe of the film, having good friends, and so I really like this drawing a lot. This is Brendan Fraser. I think it does look like Brendan Fraser. I think from Rental Family, one of my favorite films too, because again, it's about connection and all that kind of stuff. It really just spoke to me, and I really love this drawing too. My boy Brendan Fraser was fantastic in that film. And talk about like a good run of films. Train freaking Dreams, man. It's difficult to express what Train Dreams were, like especially when the hype for the film was really high. So when I watch it at night, I really don't know what to feel, and it took me like seeing pictures of it, clips of it, to really appreciate it better. And Maybe when I'm ready to drink again, I'll rewatch this film because it's really meditative, heavy, and realistic to a point that, man oh man, Train Dreams, it's something. If you're a man, go watch this film. You need it. Now, this is a cop out. It's Loopy the Third. But it's a simple animated drawing again. Look at those eyes, man. I'm so sorry, Lupin. Next one. Now, this is one of my rare occasions that I actually drew like scenes of them, but I had these kinds of style from the previous animated films by Makoto Shinkai that I thought that if I'm going to draw 5 centimeters per second again, I'll choose specific scenes. So that's why I chose the scene where the cherry blossoms were falling in different locations. So this is the older versions of them, and I really like how this one went. This is one of my favorites from that series. Now, I was tired during that day. It's an excuse, I know, but this is from a short film or episode of Philip K. Dick's Electric Dreams. I forgot the title of this one. It's about train or whatever, but this is a really beautiful short film or episode. I forgot the title, but it's really, really good. Next one, Birdman. This is something that I like. Look at how I went with this. I really like how the Birdman character and complemented the style that I was going for with Michael Keaton in this film or in this drawing. I really like this one a lot. I'm glazing myself. I'm sorry. Now this one is from Garden of Words, and I think this is one of my best sketches of it because I decided to finally draw something like a scene again. This is from another Makoto Shinkai film. The sketch I particularly really like. So yeah, let's go into the next sketchbook. Okay, forgive me because this one is actually my notebook from my master's. Like, look at that. But I don't have any money at that time, so I had to use some of the pages here. So wait, where do we start? Okay, this is the first one. This is from Us and Them, and I really like this drawing, but it reminds me of a person so much that I'm like, yeah, what the hell? Women with short hair, they drive me crazy. But yeah, I really love this film. The drawing too is good. This is from Violet Evergarden, the first film that they made. Basically, like two short stories about a particular character. This is an okay drawing of Violet, and this is from the actual Violet Evergarden, the movie, which concludes the entirety of the series. I like this drawing a lot, but because of my not necessarily a mistake, but my decision to make the nose and the face like this, it made Violet look a little different. So, but I like how it went. It looks good in Violet. This one is Mew. Mew from Mew. I like this drawing. It looks like Mew. Mew. This is Lucario. I made a mistake with Lucario here, especially with the facial features, and it's not even. And the aura sphere, oh my god, it's monstrous. I'm sorry. This is from Mind Game. I was exhausted that day. Please forgive me. Masters was killing me that time. This is from Mind Game, one of the best films I've ever seen. So I had to do something better. This is from Atlantis. So I finally got to watch Atlantis as a grown man instead of a kid. So I really like this drawing. It looks good. This is Atlantis, man. Then here's Rikako, one of my favorite characters of all time from Ocean Waves. One of my favorite sketches of her too, because now I decided to draw something different instead of the usual scenes that I draw, which is the ending. So I drew like a part of the credits instead. So I really like the sketch, one of my favorites. Now, this one is actually one of, I think, my best works in terms of an animated drawing. I made it different because, if I'm not mistaken, for this film, I just know this Wolf Brigade in the title. Like this character here, the woman is supposed to be the one that's blurry, and the guy here is supposed to be the one that's outlined heavily, but I turned it upside down to make it this way. If I'm not mistaken, I don't recall the poster anymore, but even the guy here has features, even though it's small, it's noticeable. And then the women here, I think it's a fantastic sketch compared to the rest of that I did. They're animated. Then here goes from Tangled, Rapunzel, looks okay. I'm learning with the nose here. Like you can see here, there's a mark here that's not that noticeable, but it's okay. I could have done better, but I'm sorry. This one is again, I was exhausted that day, but I liked this vibe for this film because that film gave me that feeling. This is from Peanut Butter Falcon. wherein it's a journey about becoming a professional wrestler. It's funny, it's full of heart, and it's really beautiful. Shia LaBeouf is really good in this film. I like this one. Now this is from Mamoru Hosoda's film Scarlet. It's an okay film and it's an okay drawing. I'm really disappointed with the film, to be honest, because it's just okay. I was expecting it to be a banger, but it is what it is. Now this one is, oh, I forgot already. It's from a mix of three short films from three animated directors. It's not Memories. Memories is the critically acclaimed one. This is a much simpler version of that, but it's one of those scenes where there's a kid and there's a cat and a kid. I like this one. Now I have here my boy Batman. When I got to watch Batman Begins for the first time in cinemas, I was really into it. I was saying every single line with him. I really love it. Then again, my shading is a little inconsistent, but it gives you the features of both Christian Bale and the Batman. And I think this is one of my best works so far. This is the Joker, Heath Ledger from The Dark Knight. I really worked on the colors here. No matter how inconsistent and somewhat not befitting of it, it somewhat worked. So I'm liking this one. And my boy Bane, my God, Tom Hardy. I think I did good here too. Oh, that's sketch 486 already. I didn't notice. And yeah, so when after the drawing Bane, I finally got some money, so I got to a different sketchbook. So let's go with that last one. To continue with that, for 487, this is my boy Jake Gyllenhaal from Demolition. I liked that film when I was young, and I got to like it better now that I'm older, especially experiencing loss and how you handle grief. That film really gave me something to really experience and enjoy, and I kind of like this drawing. Could have done better, but it has the vibes of it. Now, this is one of my favorites. This is Jack Nicholson from The Shining. I really loved the film so much that when I drew it when I got home, I really made sure to do my best in it. And I didn't really necessarily strictly follow how it looked like. I just went with it. And I got to watch Shining for the very first fucking time in IMAX. I couldn't ask for more. So I really like this drawing, man. Next is another Jose. I said I'm gonna draw Jose again. So this is another version of her. I like this one. There's nothing to say. It's a good drawing. It's a good drawing. Good job. This is another cop out because I rewatched Lost in Starlight, but this is one of my favorite scenes in the film. Nothing too complicated, nothing too flashy. It's a good film. And this is Spike Spiegel. Man, I do miss my Cowboy Bebop hair, but simple drawing. But I really really like this one too. It looks like Spike. That's all that matters. Now, this one is from Ang Kwento Nating Dalawa. It's a Tagalog indie film that I used to really like when I was younger. But now that I'm older, I'm really questioning myself. Why did I ever like it that much during that specific period? Especially with the follow up, which I got to watch now a little when I was older. I think around 2018 or 2019, this is Tayo sa Huling Buwan ng Taon. So I was really struggling to dive in with the sketch, even though they look good here and here. I was struggling with it because I was struggling to find the beauty of the film. Unlike Look Back, which I managed to rewatch and look back on, this is a good sketch of it. It's an enjoyable film, even though it's just an hour. Next, this is one of the biggest surprises that I've watched. This is Ongaku, Our Sound. The thing that I watched this film, I forgot the reason why. Then think that this is the same guy who made um, 100 meters. You see the potential just with the film alone. This is a simple sketch. I'm okay with it. It's 495. 496 from The Holdovers. Paul Giamatti. I really like this drawing too. Uh, it's really the eyes here are like that because it's a character. So I'm just saying that in advance. I really like this drawing. I drew this back in Christmas. Same with this, and I really like this one. I managed to draw a baby. This is really fun. This is from Tokyo Godfather, one of my favorite films of all time. It's my tradition now that I'm older that I watch it every Christmas. So I watch this Christmas Eve, Christmas Day. I rewatch Tokyo Godfathers. One of my favorite drawings too. Here's from Click, Adam Sandler, a nicer version of him. It doesn't look like Adam Sandler, but the idea is there. Again, this one's okay. Needed more details, but that is it. I have to slow down. Day 499. I really like this drawing not because it's simple, but because it's one of those weird films that I never expected to really really love. It's his motorbike, her island, I think, or I may have mixed the title, but it's a really really fun film. I really love this scene right there. As someone who drives a motorcycle, I really saw myself in that. And of course, I have to slow down now. My very last sketch for day 500, I'm starting now, is none other than Lahane. My God, finally Lahane, man. It took me this long as a film fan, a cinephile, or whatever you call it, to watch Lahane. And I'm like, my God, I should have watched this in cinemas. So I when I watched it, I was drawing too, so I wasn't really too focused on it. But I decided to finish the drawing quickly and watch the film attentively. I'm like, I need to watch this in cinemas. There's just something about it, especially this scene alone. This is one of my favorite emotes. Even before I watched Lahane, I really love the finger pointing style. So I'm like watching Lahane. I'm like, I'm going to shave my head and do this pose, and I did it. So I did shave my head and did this particular part because it's a really fantastic film, and I'm glad to end the 500 stretch with this one. But who says we're ending at 500? We still have some more. So this is a bonus because I will be starting with January for the next video. This is my next drawing. This is from the same director of um, Lost in Starlight. It's an okay drawing. I think the title is With Summer Again or something. Followed by Jose Rizal for December 30. Yeah, I tried. I tried because I got clowned for drawing Jose Rizal the year before, so I tried the film version of him, Cesar Montano, but it's okay. And then the last one that I drew for the year 2025 is none other than Ben Stiller again for the film of my Unk era, which is The Secret Life of Walter Mitty. And so I again decided to choose particular pieces of them and draw that instead of focusing on the facial features. I wanted to just draw the character and the vibe that it's giving me, which is to run free, to write free, and go for it. So yeah, that's been at this point 503 sketches instead of 500 because this is my January and so on. So I'll talk about that in the next one. That's it, 500 sketches. And I think it's much better if I do this in a different manner now since we've reached 500. Like going through 100 plus sketches in one video is really exhausting, but I think what I can do now is just do it either per month or every quarter or every 2 months or so, like 60 sketches or something like that. So it wouldn't be exhausting for me to talk about them. I really love talking about these sketches because I get to learn when I see them again and talk about them. And at the same time, somewhat share my passion, not only with art or sketching, but also with these particular films that I've been watching. So I have been watching films every single day and I've been drawing specific scenes or parts of those films that I really, really love, the characters, the style, whatever that may be. And now I'm really just going to keep doing this. And I've thought about it if I will ever stop sketching every day with this kind of ordeal wherein it's really time consuming. It's a time that I look forward to every day, but I know that reality will come catching up with me once I finish masters that I have to go work again. So I have to figure out a good balance for it. So if ever I can continue with a big sketchbook like this, I'll just continue with small sketches and just still do them every day. Like one small sketch a day wouldn't be so bad. So this is a habit that I'll probably do forever. So yeah, thanks, Builds. Inspired me to do this. Now I can't stop doing it. See you on the next one, bro. Peace out.